Were you honking your horn out there?
No, that was bizarre. That day, I guess it happened when I guess it was when they certified the votes. Philadelphia was, and I remember this because my buddy and I, Ty, who you know, we were on my roof deck in Philly, and we're playing Bago, we're drinking, we had it out of our heads, and all you heard was the honking of the horns. Everyone in the city was honking their horn for Joe Biden, honk for Joe. Literally, they were driving around the city, honk for Joe. So I remember that day. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so far. It's the one thing you got to say is that every day Trump was in there was some kind of drama, and not always self-inflicted by him, but there was some kind of drama, and it has been insanely quiet since Biden went in there. I mean, you almost don't like hear anything. Well, so in a way, there's still all kinds of vitriol online, but it's been quieter on the political front, which I think everyone, including people like Trump, should be at least fans of. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to create the status quo. We're back to normal. We have our. I mean, he's never going to be a vocal president. I don't know if he's going to make all 4 years, to be honest with you. Not because I don't think he's going to die. But I think, I think he has major issues, health issues that we're not seeing yet. But I do know this, a lot of the noise didn't come necessarily. I mean, Trump did a lot of things that no politician would ever do. But the media, obviously, anything he did. I always go back to the koi pond incident when he went to Japan, his first visit to Japan. They show him dumping the box of fish food into the pond, and they literally and you think petty things are like Dr. Seuss, us complaining about Dr. Seuss, but you think that's like a petty thing. Like, I mean, they had the full video. He's scooping, and then Abe, throws his entire box in, and then Trump does, and it's like, look at him insulting our Japanese,
it just looks,
allies.
It just looks funnier when he does stuff.
Of course
though.
It does.
I remember we were watching a video one time. This was like maybe the first year of his presidency, because we'd always have one in the office, like Bloomberg, CNBC, and they'd be putting it on the screen. So one day in there, we're watching a video, and my boss just starts laughing his ass off. So we all run in there. We kind of heard it, but we weren't actually like watching it at first. And then we go in, and it's just Trump with these stacks of papers behind him. I mean, like walls and mountains of papers, and this big ribbon in front of him, like this line, and he's got this golden scissor in his hand, like a big old golden scissor, and he goes, "When we came into office, I said that for every regulation we would remove 2.
Right.
So today we made a new regulation, we're going to remove 2. You see all these papers are terrible. You know what, let's do the honors. 3, 2, and he like stops. He's holding the scissor up there, and he goes 3, 2, 1, and like does it on the thing. And you kind of just have to watch it, but it's fucking hysterical.
It was, a lot of it was showmanship. I mean, his rallies were, they were, I said this, they were fucking rock concerts. I mean, they literally, even the music they were using, they were rock concerts. So that's just the guy. That's who he is.
You know that he scored all his rallies.
What do you mean?
Oh, he scored every song that's ever played at a rally. He personally curates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, he can't not be a showman. You remember the opening run when he came down the escalator and he gets they're playing. I forget.
Was it Proud to Be American? I thought
it was Proud to Be an American, and he looks up at the thing, like he's pointing to all the people like this, and then he looks up at the guy up in the booth, like some guy who just was like smoking weed out back is playing this Proud to Be American, like looking at his MacBook, and Trump looks up at him and goes, "Yeah, cut the music, cut it, yeah, good, okay, good." And then starts the whole speech. It is
who interviewed him? I don't remember.
On the first one?
That first, because when he got down the escalator, he actually had a small press conference, but it was more personal. I don't remember who that was.
It was right. You're talking about right after he did a couple. I think it was Bill O'Reilly.
Was it really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think Bill O'Reilly already had his hands full at that time.
Well, he was still.
Was he?
Yeah, that was 2015.
He's still around too.
I remember he would do those events, and then he would have lineups of like Bloomberg people and Fox News people, and he would always be doing an interview underneath like the wall with the water, like the infinity waterfall going down it in that building.
Yeah.
Always, like at the beginning, if you want to look back on it for like, okay, well, how did the politics, before he even like injected all the politics into it, and people were like really up in arms about whatever he was saying, whether they agreed or didn't. How did he brand the process?
Right.
I mean, the amount of free airtime he got,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I was there one time. Do you remember? Do you know who brought me there?
I think I did.
It was you.
Yeah,
it
I
was you,
remember
and
that.
that's how long ago that was. That
Holy
that
shit.
ended up being the trip from hell. Remember, I left my keys in who? I guess who were we staying with at the time? I forget.
We're staying with Drake. He was Upper East Side Drake.
Oh,
at the time.
he was Upper East Side.
Upper
Drake.
East Side
Yes, he
Drake.
was. I remember that. But yeah, no, that I remember you took me there. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was, and that was 2016. So that was like beginning of March 2016. So that was before it was like, okay, Trump's gonna actually be running against Hillary.
Right, yeah.
But there was already at that point people were taking it seriously in the sense that the people who loved him, he already had a lot of them, and the people who hated him already had a lot of them. But it seems like,
Yeah,
that seems like ages ago.
I know.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.